Imagine standing at the very edge of the world, where the horizon disappears into endless white, and the ground beneath your feet is not solid land, but living, ice-shifting, cracking, and drifting with the sea. In this frozen silence, survival belongs only to the strongest. Here, one animal stands above all others. Silent, powerful, patient. This is the story of the polar bear, the true ruler of the Arctic. In the frozen crown of our planet, where winter dominates most of the year and the sun can vanish for months at a time, lives one of Earth's most extraordinary predators. The polar bear is not merely adapted to the Arctic, it is shaped by it. Every part of its body, every behavior, every instinct has been forged by cold, ice, and time. Polar bears roam across the Arctic Circle, spanning vast regions of Canada, Greenland, Russia, Alaska, and Norway. This enormous frozen expanse may seem empty to the human eye, but to a polar bear, it is a living landscape filled with opportunity and danger. The ice is not just ground, it is a hunting platform, a highway, and a lifeline. Beneath their thick white fur lies black skin, specially designed to absorb heat from the weak Arctic sun. Below that is a thick layer of fat, sometimes more than 10 centimeters deep, protecting the bear from freezing temperatures and icy waters. Even their fur is unique. Each strand is hollow, trapping heat and helping the bear stay warm in conditions that would kill most other animals within minutes. Despite their massive size, polar bears are incredibly agile. Adult males can weigh more than 600 kilograms and stand over 3 meters tall when upright. Yet they move with surprising grace, gliding silently across the ice. Every movement is deliberate, because, in the Arctic, energy is precious. A single mistake can mean the difference between life and death. Polar bears are among the strongest swimmers of all land mammals. They can swim continuously for days, covering hundreds of kilometers through freezing seas. Their large front paws act like powerful paddles, while their hind legs steer like rudders. For a polar bear, water is not a barrier, it is part of the journey. Their primary prey is the seal, an animal just as adapted to the Arctic as the bear itself. Hunting seals is not about speed, it is about patience. A polar bear may wait beside a small breathing hole in the ice for hours, sometimes even days without moving. It listens, it feels vibrations, it waits for the moment when a seal surfaces for air. When that moment comes, the attack is sudden and explosive. With a single powerful strike, the bear pulls the seal from the water. This ancient hunting technique has remained unchanged for thousands of years. Passed down through instinct rather than learning. It is one of nature's most perfect examples of predator and environment working in harmony. But today, that harmony is under threat. The Arctic is warming faster than any other region on Earth. Sea ice forms later in the year and melts earlier in the spring. For polar bears, this means less time to hunt and longer periods without food. Some bears are forced to swim vast distances between shrinking ice floes, pushing their endurance to the limit. Others wander onto land, where food is scarce and unfamiliar. Here, polar bears face hunger, exhaustion, and increasing encounters with humans. Each year, survival becomes more uncertain, especially for younger bears. Yet, even in the face of these challenges, polar bears continue to display remarkable resilience. Female polar bears embody one of the most extraordinary acts of motherhood in the animal kingdom. When pregnant, a female digs a den deep into snowdrifts, creating a shelter hidden from the brutal Arctic winds. Inside this frozen sanctuary, she gives birth during the darkest months of winter. The cubs are born blind, nearly hairless, and weighing less than a kilogram. Outside the den, temperatures can drop below -40 degrees Celsius. Inside, The mother's body warmth keeps her cubs alive. For months, she does not eat. She survives entirely on stored fat, nursing her cubs and protecting them as storms rage overhead. When spring finally arrives, she leads her young out into the world, guiding them across ice and snow for the first time. The lessons begin immediately. Cubs must learn how to walk on slippery ice, how to swim in freezing water, and how to avoid danger. They stay with their mother for more than 2 years, watching, following, and learning every skill needed to survive. Many cubs do not make it. The Arctic is unforgiving. But those who survive become part of an ancient lineage, one shaped by endurance, intelligence, and adaptation. Polar bears are more than just apex predators. They are a vital indicator of the Arctic's health. When polar bear populations struggle, it signals deep changes occurring across the entire ecosystem. Their fate is inseparably linked to the ice beneath their feet. As the Arctic continues to transform, the future of the polar bear hangs in the balance. Their story is no longer just about survival. It is about time, change, and the delicate connection between life and environment. Still, for now, the polar bear remains, walking silently across the ice, waiting patiently beside the frozen sea, ruling a kingdom of white and wind. And as long as ice endures at the top of the world, the polar bear will continue to stand as a symbol of strength, resilience, and the raw power of nature itself. If you enjoyed this journey into the frozen Arctic, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Stay curious, and join us again as we explore the untold stories of the natural world.